Now that you and Debbie are back in the town, did you want to rejoin the police force? Police Chief Root already said the job is yours again if you want it.
No, the only reason we returned to here was because of what happened to Charles and Michael. I really couldn't do everything I wanted to do in terms of avenging victims of hate crimes. That's why I accepted Charles' offer to join his Queer Avengers group.
Yeah, and then he was killed. Wouldn't you be safer as a cop? Imagine how Debbie would feel if you were killed too. I mean, I get that you are not afraid to be beaten, jailed or even killed, but your death would hurt the ones that love you so much. Carrie, Lucy and I love you so much that we would die to save you. Your life is more precious than all the gold in Fort Knox 1,000,000 times over. It is your connection to me, Lucy, Debbie, and others that makes you special. That makes you loved. That makes your life have meaning. Throwing it away doesn't just end your own pain, it actually spreads that pain to all the ones that know and love you.
You are right, Kelly. I have never been afraid of anything, not even being violently killed. But I am a daughter, a wife, a mother, and a sister. So I need to keep myself safe for my family members' sake. I just wish I could do more.
We all do, Carrie. Good evening. I am Laura Park and tonight I will be interviewing Dr. Samuel Penz, director of a clinic devoted to treating victims of violent crimes in parts of our inner city. Dr. Penz, please tell us about your work.
I've been working at my clinic in Compton, the poorest and most crime-ridden section of LA, for over 20 years. Many of my patients are gang members or relatives of gang members. Others are victims of violent crimes that have nowhere else to go. At my clinic, I provide them with health care for free.
And how can you afford to do that, knowing how expensive health care tends to be?
We do accept donations from charities and private individuals. As a servant of the public, I don't see my work as a means to make myself rich. Financially, I am no better off than most of my neighbors. And they respect me for that. Even most of the gangs never bother me because they know what I do. In some cases, even they have given me money to keep my clinic open.
So you are supported by and serve criminals.
For many gang members, joining the gangs and going into crime, including drug dealing, is considered a matter of survival. It's not just about being evil for its own sake. That's why law enforcement is so distrusted, including the LAPD, which has been notorious for its own acts of violence.
Holy crap. Now I feel extremely guilty. Why? Because I am the owner of a hospital and it is my sole source of income now. All the money I make from it comes from needy patients. That's not right, is it? Well, you have been giving back to the community that supports you by helping me and Carrie with our news network. And by doing so, you are helping to undo some of the damage that people like your grandfather did. Ironic that the money I got that enabled me to buy my share of the hospital came from my grandfather too. I keep wondering why he did that. He must have realized that he had failed as a Christian minister and that he was wrong about a great many things. Better late than never, eh?
Finally, someone out there is willing to tell the truth about why some people get involved in drug dealing.
Hasn't gangster rap been saying things like that for decades?
Of course, but many people just dismissed it as crude entertainment. It was never about that. It was about giving a message in a way young people would relate to.